Welcome to Me, Him, and Football from a couple's perspective, the final show of the
The final
season.
countdown.
We're going to make sure you know everything you need to know, the most important bits. We're going to have a mega quiz.
hmm
And finally, the results of couple v the league. Who's going to win?
So the Premier League wrapped up. We already knew who the champions were. That was Arsenal. They got their crowning moment at Selhurst Park where they played Crystal Palace. They won 2-1 and the coronation began. The celebrations was going crazy. They were out drinking, partying in the
Yep,
club.
yeah.
Then Eze, Declan Rice, Jury and Timber, they decided to go to Emirates at like 5 a.m. in the
With
morning.
Saka as well.
Saka as well, yeah. So they were all soaking up the atmosphere. And obviously we've had the parade
Yes,
since.
yes, yes.
They lost in the Champions League final since.
Which I think they had to lose, okay? Otherwise, London would have been finished. They would not have let us rest in London if
Would,
they had won that as
would have
well.
been too much. Would have been too much. Elsewhere, more celebrations in North London because Tottenham survived.
Yes.
They stayed up. They beat Everton 1-0 at home. And Roberto De Zerbi's looking good, I think he only lost 2 of his, I think it was 7 games in charge. So Tottenham, they're on the front foot going into next season.
Okay.
They escaped. That could have been real bad news for them. But they survived. Team that didn't survive, West Ham. They beat Leeds 3-0 on the final day. Too little, too late. Because Tottenham won, that meant there was no survival for West Ham. So them and that big stadium, the London Stadium, are going to be in the Championship next season. It remains to be seen what's going to, come of their future because that's going to be a big problem for them.
All I know is that I've heard that the council tax in the surrounding areas has gone up. Is that true?
Apparently, yeah. And I think they need, because of their finances, they need to raise 100 million in transfers this summer. So already talked that Matthias Fernandes was going to go to Man United for maybe 60, 70, 80 mil. So,
that's not bad, considering how much they need.
Exactly. So, we'll see what happens with West Ham. Elsewhere on the final day, there wasn't too much left to wrap up after the title and relegation. Sunderland, they made it back into Europe for the first time in around 50 years. They beat Chelsea 2-1, so they're going to be in the Europa League?
Yeah.
Conference League. No, Europa League.
Okay, good for them.
So that's a good result for Sunderland. So they're going to be in Europa League. And Man City, they lost to Aston Villa on the final day 2-1. So, Pep Guardiola, his final match in charge, kind of went out with a whimper, but they already kind of blew the title, so they didn't really care. So what you missed, as we mentioned, Arsenal won, PSG won, but the Gooners lost on penalties. So, sorry Arsenal fans, you only get 1 trophy this season, but you've got to be happy with that.
Better than nothing.
The elusive Champions League competition, they've never won, either in its current form or its previous form as the European Cup. It remains beyond them. Kai Havertz put them ahead earlier in the game. Ousmane Dembele penalty leveled it up. Then we went to penalties and Eze missed, but then Nuno Mensch missed almost straight away. But then Gabriel with the decisive penalty over the bar, and that was it for them. In terms of PSG, their fans then turned Paris upside down.
Did.
And apparently there was like 780 arrests made.
I don't understand how you can go from celebrating to straight rioting.
I know, when you've won. It's not like they lost. So it's crazy. Elsewhere, shout out to Crystal Palace because they won the Europa Conference League.
They did, yeah.
Their first campaign in European history and their first European trophy. So shout out to them. On a different note, Liverpool, their manager Arne Slot, out of it.
Out of here.
So, the tide had turned against him. The fans, they'd had enough of him. And now it looks like they're going to sign Andoni Iraola, well, they're at least in talks with him, who did such an amazing job with Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Exactly the type of manager they need, will bring the energy, but, they've lost Mo Salah. Yeah. And, Liverpool without Mo Salah, I just don't know if they've really got what it takes to mount another title challenge.
Do you know what's crazy? At the beginning of the season, I thought they were going to win.
A lot of people did, and they started off winning, even if they weren't playing well. They kept scoring late winners, but the wheels fell off and they've got a little bit of a rebuild to do. The first big transfer of the summer has happened. Okay. Anthony Gordon has been signed from Newcastle by Barcelona for £69 million. Now, what's interesting about this is that Barca hijacked Bayern Munich, who looked like they were going to get him, but they signed him. He plays left wing, which is where Marcus Rashford plays. They already had Marcus Rashford on loan. He helped them win that Spanish league title. They don't want to spend £30 million to sign Marcus Rashford, but they spent £69 million to sign Anthony Gordon.
I would be so offended.
Now, the issue is that Rashford's wages are so high that the cost of him over the long term is actually similar to Gordon, but Gordon's a little bit younger. So, it's interesting because they're also in the England World Cup squad together, competing for the same spot. So, it looks like Marcus Rashford may actually be going back to Manchester United.
Now, as the season's come to an end, it makes sense that I learned some stats about the season, right?
Exactly. So, for example, the most set-piece goals in the Premier League this season, Arsenal, with 29.
Arsenal.
You know, it's the main feature of the season. And they scored the most goals from them and conceded the least.
Okay.
Goals from outside the box, Aston Villa scored the most with 15. So, you know, they're sharp shooters.
Okay.
And they scored 3 more outside the box compared to the next best, who was Bournemouth. Most English goal scorers, also Aston Villa again. 32 of their strikes came from English players, so they represented their home nation well.
Okay.
Save of the season, that went to Jordan Pickford, who won it for the second time. And he's the only goalkeeper to have ever won it twice. And finally, teenage star of the season, Ellie Junior Krupi. He scored 13 goals, making him the highest scoring debut season for a teenager in Premier League history. So he's one to watch for the future.
Wow.
All right, so it's the final quiz of the season. I think you've been enjoying them, have you?
I love them.
All right, let's see if you're going to love this last one.
Okay.
Question number 1. Who became the youngest goal scorer in Premier League history for Arsenal earlier this season at 16 years and 73 days old? Was it A, Miles Lewis Skelly, or B, Max Dowman?
Miles Lewis Skelly.
Incorrect. It was Max Dowman. Question 2. In October, who became the first Nigerian player to reach 300 Premier League appearances?
Okay.
Was it A, Alex Iwobi, or B, Calvin Bassey?
Iwobi.
Iwobi it is. Question 3. In 2025, which club lost 11 home league games, the most in their history?
Okay.
Was it A, Everton, or B, Tottenham?
Tottenham.
It was. They had a miserable 25. Let's see if 26 is going to be better for them. Question 4. Which manager became the first in Premier League history to lose his job on New Year's Day when he left Chelsea?
Yes.
Was it A, Enzo Maresca,
Yes.
or B, Liam Rossini?
Maresca.
Yes, it was.
I think I remember that.
All right, you're cooking now. You're cooking. You know, you got 3 on the bounce. All right, question 5. Which Brazilian ended the campaign with 22 goals, making him the highest Brazilian scorer in a single Premier League campaign?
Okay.
Was it A, Gabriel Jesus, or B, Igor Thiago?
Jesus.
No, Zeus. No, it was Igor Thiago. Question 6.
Okay.
Now, Arsenal scored more goals from corners than any other side in Premier League history.
Yes.
How many did they get? Was it A, 17, or B, 19?
19.
19? Yep. And you know what? We got to give you a bonus.
Come on.
All right. Who finished with 21 assists, marking a new campaign record in the Premier League?
Okay.
Mohamed Salah or B, Bruno Fernandes? She ends on a high.
All season, we have been going head to head on these predictions, and it all comes down to this. I'm currently on 29 correct predictions. He's on 33, but you never know what could happen.
I mean, anything could happen, but really and truly, we know what's happening.
Anyways, Brighton v Man U.
Brighton 0, Man United 3.
Nope. Burnley v Wolves.
Burnley 1, Wolves 1.
Yes!
Oh, the comeback is on.
Crystal Palace v Arsenal.
Crystal Palace 1, Arsenal 2.
Yes!
Oh.
Okay. Fulham v Newcastle.
Fulham 2, Newcastle 0.
Oh, no. Liverpool v Brentford.
Liverpool 1, Brentford 1.
No. Man City v Aston Villa.
Man City 1, Aston Villa 2.
No. Nottingham Forest v Bournemouth.
1-1.
No. Tottenham v Everton.
Tottenham 1, Everton 0.
No. Sunderland v Chelsea.
Sunderland 2, Chelsea 1.
Sunderland, no. And then finally, West Ham v Leeds.
West Ham 3, Leeds 0.
You are so lucky. So we end the season.
Not luck.
I got, hold on, 31 correct predictions.
Yeah.
And Carl got 33.
33.
Well done. You did incredibly well.
Thank you very much.
As we agreed, you know, if I had won, I would have been getting a new pair of heels. But because you won, what is it you'd like?
What should I take from her? Hey? Should I have a nice meal? Should I ask for a pair of trainers? I don't really want a pair of trainers. I think we'll just go for a nice jacket.
A nice jacket? Oh, okay. You know I love buying you a jacket. And you have a particular colour you prefer?
Don't worry, I'll get looking.
This is what I mean. Oh, yeah, you're going to choose it, aren't you?
Of course.
Oh, my bad. I thought I get to choose it.
No, how can you get to choose it? You're the
I'm
loser.
not excited. But you know, well done. We go again
Good
next
effort.
season.
Good effort for your first season predicting football results. You didn't do too badly.
So, as a big Man United fan that you are, I need to know: are you happy with how Man United did the season? Are you happy with where they finished? They finished third.
Correct.
Yeah.
Comfortably.
Yeah. So, how are you feeling about the boys?
Fantastic. All because of one man, Michael Carrick. It was looking dead prior to Christmas. That Ruben Amorim, absolute criminal, football criminal. What he was doing with that team was taking us nowhere. We almost lost Kobe Mainoo because of this guy, our star midfielder. Almost, he would have been out on loan to maybe Italy or somewhere else. Michael Carrick's come in. Since he's come in, we have the best record in the Premier League. Better than Arsenal, better than everyone. So he's got the team, he's got everyone buying into him. The players are believing in him. He now has a transfer window where the board will recruit for him. They're going to strengthen the midfield, which has been our weak area. Yeah. So we are stepping into a new era. Manchester United, no more banter club. Low key, if they get this transfer window right, the board, might be Arsenal's main challenges for the title.
Really?
That's how serious it is. That's how serious the job Michael Carrick has done is. So yeah, we're looking forward to a lot. Champions League football again. Thank you, Michael Carrick. That's all I can say.
And how do you feel about the potential return of Marcus Rashford?
I don't know if... So he has to return because he's under contract. I don't know if he'll be integrated into the squad again because he's had so many chances and it just hasn't worked out. For all parties, I think the best solution is a clean break, a transfer. Maybe Newcastle want Marcus Rashford now that Anthony Gordon has gone to Barcelona, or maybe there are other clubs. Bayern Munich, they missed out on Anthony Gordon, so maybe he could go there. But I think the best solution would be for Marcus Rashford to find a new club and just have a clean break. Thank you for joining us on this journey this season, our first season of Me, Him and Football.
I know.
It's actually been a lot of fun.
It has, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
We got to film in Thailand at one point.
That's right.
We filmed remotely when I was in
Poland.
Yeah.
And most importantly, I won the predictor.
Only by 2. Only by 2. And do you know what? I love the fact that I've learned so much. A lot of people now, like when they speak to me, they're like, "Oh, you know so much about football." I'm like, baby. Clock it.
Don't worry, I'll keep quizzing her because I don't know how much is really sunk in.
None of
it. Anyway, you can still hit us up on the socials, on Twitter, Insta, YouTube, TikTok, Me, Him and Football.
What are your predictions for next season? Are there any topics you want us to cover that we didn't? I'm going to be quizzing you certain times as I like the little switch over. So definitely going to keep that up. But yeah.
And please, everybody, enjoy the World Cup.
Oh my God, enjoy and may your team win. Unless it's not Jacob. May your team win.